Abraham chapter 21, the birth of Isaac. Now the Lord was gracious to Sarah as he said, and the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised.
创世纪21章，以撒出生。耶和华照着以前所说的看顾萨拉，耶和华按照他的应许给萨拉做成。
Now Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age, and at the very time God has promised him.
亚伯拉罕年老的时候，萨拉怀了孕，到了神应许的日期，就给亚伯拉罕生了一个儿子。
Abraham gave the name Isaac to the son Sarah bore him.
亚伯拉罕给萨拉为他所生的儿子起名叫以撒。
When his son Isaac was 8 days old, Abraham circumcised him as God commanded him.
亚伯拉罕的儿子以撒生下来第8天，亚伯拉罕就照着神吩咐他的，给以撒行了割礼。
Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him.
他的儿子以撒出生的时候，亚伯拉罕正100岁。
Sarah said, God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me.
萨拉说：“神使我欢笑，凡听见的也必为我欢笑。”
And she added, who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? Yet I've borne him a son in his old age.
又说：“谁能告诉亚伯拉罕、萨拉要乳养儿女呢？在他年老的时候，我竟给他生了一个儿子。”
Hagar and Ismael sent away. The child grew and was weaned, and on the day Isaac weaned, Abraham held a great feast.
夏甲与伊施玛利母子被诛，孩子渐渐长大，就断了奶。以撒断奶的那天，亚伯拉罕摆设盛大的筵席。
But Sarah saw that the son whom Hagar the Egyptian had borne to Abraham was mocking.
萨拉看见那埃及人夏甲给亚伯拉罕所生的儿子在嬉戏，
And she said to Abraham, Get rid of that slave woman and her son, for that woman's son will never share the inheritance of my son Isaac.
就对亚伯拉罕说：“把这婢女和她的儿子赶出去，因为这婢女的儿子不能和我的儿子以撒一同承受产业。”
The matter distressed Abraham greatly because it concerned his son.
亚伯拉罕因他的儿子而非常烦恼。
But God said to him, Do not be so distressed about the boy and your slave woman. Listen to whatever Sarah tells you, because it is through Isaac that your offspring will be reckoned.
神对亚伯拉罕说：“不要因这童子和你的婢女而烦恼。萨拉对你说的话，你都要听从，因为以撒生的才可以称为你的后裔。”
I will make the son of the slave into a nation also, because he is your offspring.
至于这婢女的儿子，我也要使他成为一国，因为他是你的后裔。
Early the next morning, Abraham took some food and the skin of a water, gave them to Hagar, and he sent them on her shoulders, and then sent her off with the boy. She went on her way and watered in the desert of Beersheba.
亚伯拉罕清早起来，拿饼和一皮带水给了夏甲，放在他的肩膀上，又把孩子交给他，就打发他离开。夏甲走了，在别是巴的旷野飘荡。
When the water in the skin was gone, she put the boy under one of the bushes.
皮带里的水用尽了，夏甲就把孩子撇在一棵小树底下。
She went off and sat down about a bow shot away, for she thought, I cannot watch the boy die. And she sat there and she began to sob.
然后自己走开，在离开有1箭之远的地方， 相对而坐，说：“我不忍眼看孩子死去。”就相对坐着放声大哭。
God heard the boy crying, and the angel of God called to Hagar from the heavens and said to her, "What is the matter, Hagar? Do not be afraid. God has heard the boy crying as he lies there."
神听见了童子的声音，他的使者就从天上呼叫夏甲，对他说：夏甲，你为什么这样呢？不要害怕，因为孩子在那里所发的声音，神已经听见了。
Lift the boy up and take him by the hand, for I will make him into a great nation.
起来，扶起孩子，尽力保护他，因为我要使他成为大国。
Then God opened her eyes and saw a well of water, so she went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy a drink.
神开了夏甲的眼，他就看见一口水井，他去把皮带盛满水，就给孩子喝。
God was with the boy as he grew up. He lived in the desert and became an archer.
神与孩子同在，他渐渐长大，住在旷野，成了个弓箭手。
While he was living in the desert of Paran, his mother got a wife for him from Egypt.
他住在巴兰的旷野，他的母亲从埃及地给他娶了一个妻子。
The treaty at Beersheba. Now at that time, Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of his forces, said to Abraham, "God is with you in everything you do."
亚伯拉罕与亚比米勒立约。那时，亚比米勒和他的军长非各对亚伯拉罕说：“在你所做的一切事上，神都与你同在。”
Now swear to me before God that you will not deal falsely with me or my children or my descendants. Show to me that in the country where you are now reside as a foreigner, the same kindness I've shown to you.
现在你要在这里指着神对我起誓，你不会以诡诈待我和我的子子孙孙。我怎样恩待了你，你也要怎样恩待我和你寄居的地方。
And Abraham said, "I swear it."
亚伯拉罕回答说：“我愿意起誓。”
Then Abraham complained to Abimelech about the well of water that Abimelech's servants had seized.
亚伯拉罕因亚比米勒的仆人强占了一口水井，就指责亚比米勒。
But Abimelech said, "I do not know who has done this. You do not tell me, and I hear about it only today."
亚比米勒说：“谁做了这事，我不知道，你也没有告诉我，我现在才听见。”
So Abraham bought a sheep and cattle and gave them to Abimelech, and two men made a treaty.
于是亚伯拉罕牵了牛羊来，送给亚比米勒，二人就彼此立约。
Abraham set apart 7 ewe lambs from the flock.
亚伯拉罕把羊群的7只母羊羔放在另外一边。
And Abimelech asked Abraham, "What is the meaning of these 7 ewe lambs you have set apart by themselves?"
亚比米勒问亚伯拉罕：“你把这7只母羊羔放在另外一处是什么意思呢？”
He replied, "Accept these 7 lambs from my hand as a witness that I dug this well."
亚伯拉罕回答说：“意思就是你从我手里接受这7只母羊羔，好做我挖了这口井的证据。”
So that place was called Beersheba because 2 men swore an oath there.
因此这地方名叫别是巴，因为他们二人在那里起了誓。
After the treaty had been made at Beersheba, Abimelech and Saicol and the commander of his forces returned to the land of Philistines.
他们在别是巴立约以后，亚比米勒和他的军长非各就启程回非利士地去了。
Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba, and there he called on the name of the Lord, the eternal God.
亚伯拉罕在别是巴栽了一棵垂丝柳树，就在那里求告耶和华永活神的名。
And Abraham stayed in the land of the Philistines for a long time.
亚伯拉罕在非利士人的地方寄居了许多日子。